Hey, family, friends, and fellow gamers. Family, friends, fellow gamers. Welcome back to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. I am Grumpy Gnome. Let's get back into some Banished again. Wow. Excuse me. It has reached that point in Banished where things are getting very monotonous. Here we go. And what I mean by that is it's a lot of repetition is coming into play now. Come on, resume. There we go. And it's I really got to find motivation to keep going into this game. I don't want to quit. That's the one thing I don't want to do. Let's get our people running. And so with that said, I did a lot of planning offline. As you can tell, this is a great opening shot right here to show you some of the planning that's been going on. And it's really going to be a focus now on just spreading out. And looks like we got an infestation up here. I thought we've already cut these. Yeah, it's being cut. And these should all be cut. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do as long as the infestation is here and nowhere else. But anyway, you can tell we're starting to get homeless people. And that is because all of our tiny row houses, we went ahead and we're leveling them. You could still see here that we've got more families than we do houses. So one thing that I want to do is open up more housing. And this is one area right here where we're leveling these row houses because they only hold families of 3. And what we need to do is we really want to get at least housing for 4 people. So, with that said, I think we've got enough to open. As long as we're here, let's open this area. So, these are going to be dock workshops right here. And the reason for the dock workshops is that right now, if you go by quantity, reeds really is at the top 10% of our list. So I figure we can get 2 more dock workshops making rope, and that is going to kick up our capability to trade. Make sure we're still in the same area. Yes, we are. Back up to 10. Okay, so anyway, let's keep it back on the family and housing thing. So then down here, we're going to start with, we got the forest homes. You guys know this pattern. Forest home, and then we're going to put a barn in between the two, because believe it or not, our storage facilities are really capped. I mean, they're capped to the point where I'm ready to start using our trading docks or trading posts as storage facilities. Start moving in some of the common items that we're going to trade. Okay. Up here, we had, how we added another masher, agave masher, and a second distillery, because it just so happens that if you look up here at the top 10%, agave is rocking at 12K plus. So we opened a second masher and a second distillery up here. You know what? I take that back. These are the third ones. The first ones are over here. Second ones are right here. This is actually the third. But the thing is, we're producing the agave. What we need to do is get it processed. So up here, what we did, nuts, man, it's going to keep me moving, isn't it? Over here, we built a nice little square, and inside the square, I went ahead and I threw in a couple village wells, just to keep people happy over here. And then back here, What did we do back here? Oh, yes. Because our store, like, check this out. 84%. Do we have another one on this side? 100%. We are up to the gills, 100% in storage. So over here, we got a small market. Another item that we have in abundance is venison. 40K plus. So guess what we're going to start putting out? Deer butchers. You get out there, and another item I want to start focusing on is right there. Those are our herbs. And I'm going to start popping herbalists into our landscape. This, smoke and mirrors, baby. This over here is going to be identical to this over here. So let's go ahead and open that up. Also, by trading off these houses here, the 4 capacity for the 3 capacity, you're going to start seeing a baby boom. And just so you guys aren't really too, I don't want to say concerned, but so this doesn't freak you out too much, there is our ring of influence. And you can see that our market, butcher, and herbalist are all clear of that. So this is still going to be a full producing node. On that note, let's continue over to the area where we initially opened before we were rudely interrupted by that infestation. Leveling here. I figure what we're going to do over here is probably continue maybe with some butchers, or basically what we're going to do is we're going to run a frontage road along here. And so let's go ahead and get that taken out right away. Boom. No harm, no foul. If this doesn't look right, we can always clear some of this for a waterway, so when the traders come through, and actually we can watch this guy to see where he clips this. Don't hit my ships. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is sweet. This, I gotta admit, this is the first time I ever tried this to actually make channels for them to go. And oh my gosh, I really think this is one of the most awesome things right here. And you know, eventually we're going to get these all built out, but they are not at my highest priority, only because right now we've got 369 items ready to be built. What do we got here? We got another herbalist, which doesn't surprise me. And we got a barn. Oops. Well, it could never hurt to have barn. And a deer butcher. So it almost sounds like what we do. I don't know why we're putting an herbalist over here, though. There is nothing for him to... Oh, this right here. This right here. Okay, that makes sense. But you know what? I think... Where's your ring of influence? Yeah, can't do much there. Yeah, no. Okay, we'll let this build itself out. So, herbalist, once again, I don't care what order they build these in. And another deer butcher, just because we got to knock some of that venison out and do something with it. Over here, what's our people count? Yeah, we need more housing. Over here, we got these shacks that are being upgraded, which is good because once they get upgraded, then they're going to be able to hold 4 people. This is a college, and that is going to be great because when these houses go in, there's going to be a large population of children over here. And the college just holds a crap ton of people. And because this is such a miserable area with all this industrial, things going on, We're giving them a chapel that's going to make people happy, and we gave them a well, which is going to make them happy. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And you guys know another thing that I absolutely love in this game are my pens. I mean, that's one of the first things. If there were 5 buildings, 10 buildings I lay down, and right in the beginning of the game, one of those is a stable. Because my climate naturally produces oats. And as soon as I can get my pens going, I get my wool pen up, then I start my fabric and my clothing manufacturing, and that sets me off into the realm of beginning my trade. And everybody that plays Banished seems to have their favorite commodity that they love to trade. The most common being probably firewood, but for me, it's fabrics. Here's my wool pen. That's going to get me more wool, as if I don't have enough. Another wool pen, and then another wool pen. And then we got over here an egg pen, because notice I've only got 2 egg pens, because here we're going to go with milk, and milk. And I'll show you my reasoning to this. First of all, real estate. That's the easy one. The second one is, if you take a look at let's go by name so we can find it. If we're going to go here, eggs, right there. See, we're rocking 6,000 eggs. And feathers, how are we doing with feathers? 14K plus in feathers. So the egg pen is really the least of my concern. If we come down to milk, we only have 4,000. So you can see that we really need more milk than we do eggs. And of course, wool is just to keep the production running. And what I'm probably going to do, I really thought I've already dropped a couple dairies over here, but now I'm seeing that that's probably not the case. So what we may want to do is, what dairy are we using? I think we're using this one. And in a perfect world, 2 dairies would fit right here. So there's one there. Let's cut across. You know what? I'll do it. One more there. Yeah, maybe so. I really thought maybe using that area for some wool, some kind of manufacturing stuff. We still might do that. Let me just put 1 dairy in for now, because over here we might put another string of tailor shops to deal with the new wool that we're going to get. Over here, this is our campus, the Archaeology Center, and as you can tell, we're dropping all of these homes. As soon as all these homes drop, we're going to go ahead and build up a whole new dorm system here using a different type of house. Up here, we've got more pens. It looks like we've got 2 of each. There's wool, milk, and milk, egg, and egg. Yep. And then this is another dairy going in back here. I think this is going to be another wharf and ship. Yep. So we're going to get more lobster and whale stuff. This could be like the excursion vessel for the campus. Almost thinking I maybe should have put the big ship in there, but let's go to the north where our initial opening shot took place. And that is, we're being a little more creative again with this area here. Now, this area is where we put in those 4 little mini nodes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the one thing we didn't have in this area was any housing. So, I'm going to start off on both sides with a tiny market. So you get a tiny market and you get a tiny market. So now they're going to have more storage because if I'm not mistaken, their storage facilities are probably full. Now, right smack in the center, and this is actually outside of their ring of influence. Or this is Forester, that's the hunter. There's the gatherer. See, their mini storage is 100% full. So they need somebody to come collect all of that. See how this is outside of the ring of influence? And then if you come over here to this one, it's outside of the ring of influence. So this is a nice little pocket right in the middle. And what we have going on here is an herbalist. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 homes with another herbalist anchoring that side. So these herbalists are actually drawing the herbs out from the mini nodes. Down here, smoke and mirrors, baby. Herbalist, forest home, another forest home, another forest home, and another one. Let's get our herbalists open. So we got 4 homes on top, 4 on bottom. 8 times 2 is 16, and that is enough to house everybody in these nodes. So I wanted to show you that little project that we have going on. Hey, we got a couple people here that don't know what they're doing. We got another infestation. Where's this one at? Oh, hello. Where are you? This is a new one. Okay. How about you? Where are you? Same area. Well, let's speed it up so we can see where it is. Once again, these infestations, okay, we're in the maple field, it looks like. So, yeah, I think we're in the maple fields. So, cut, 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 cut. Hopefully it doesn't spread, and we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, check out how our labor force has just skyrocketed. Maybe it didn't just skyrocket, but it sure did take off rather quickly. There we go. How's our housing looking? Remember, all those row houses are now going to be going into forest homes. And it really looks like the families are growing faster than the families are growing faster than houses are going in. Which takes us to this point. Let's continue. I believe, see, one thing you don't see in this area around here too much is housing. Like, where are all of these workers going to be coming from? And to answer that question, I went ahead and I got some more housing up here. So let's get these forest homes open. And believe it or not, I'm walking on. No, screw that. We are also scouting out areas to put schools and colleges. I do have, I believe, at least one more area slated for colleges. This is interesting over here because, once again, we're getting into animal pens. So let me go ahead and just crack these open. Ha! Pun. Egg. Crack open. You'll laugh when you get it. So anyway, here we go. So there's that. Here's a milk pen. This one's probably wool. Yeah, I put one of each over here. And you know what? What good is one row when you can have two rows? So we're going to have a lot of... And you know what? You might be thinking that I'm nuts with all of this food production. But remember what I told you. If we stuck with our initial goal of getting 3,000 people in here, we need to double everything that we have going on right now. This, I believe, I did back-to-back markets, or as you know it, as smoke and mirrors, because once again, this is going to be producing a lot of, what do you call it? It's going to be producing a lot of food. And I also want to get probably another manufacturing area going here. And off of this node over here, I'm probably going to put a couple more venison butchers. These two are, this is, see, 100% with this barn. This barn is at 100%. So right away, I'm going to double up the barns over here. And you know what? If nothing else, maybe we're just doomsday preppers, you know, because when our baby explosion hits and when our population really starts to skyrocket, we're going to go through that food quickly. And that's it. Food is one of the blind things that you don't see in the game. Another one is tools. Tools gets everybody. I mean, you might be rocking 10 tools in the beginning of the game, even 15, maybe you're maxed out at 20 and you're just cruising along. The next thing you know, boom, you've got a tool crisis and you start seeing, you know, tool times however many population you've got. And then you're rushing to get iron and you're rushing to get your blacksmiths built and manned. And then all of that, you know, labor that's being done without tools is actually slowing down your production. Okay, down here, we've got more dairy because wherever you're going to have the pens that produce the milk, you're going to have dairies, at least in my game. So here I've got one dairy here, and I never build things one at a time. So there's the next dairy there. Haven't yet figured out if I'm even going to drop a third one down here. These are going to be more crop fields, but I'm not going to open them right now because I don't want them to spend their labor cleaning this out when they could be building houses. And then for this area here, we got more homes. I'm probably going to hold off on these homes only because there's really no place for them to work. These two nodes here, I'm going to probably find out where the sweet spot is where they come together. And we'll do something here. I can already tell you it's probably going to be, it will involve at least another market, maybe two markets. And possibly, yeah, this is probably going to be a candidate for another school. In which case I'll drop in a school and a hospital and make another little community center out of that. All right. I don't know if our timer went off. I don't think it did. So that's either going to mean we're going to have an extremely long... Oh my gosh, what happened here? Harvest? I guess that's one way to get rid of it. Oh, that sucked. When did that happen? Okay, so be it. Yeah, I just probably told you this in a number of episodes. I was really happy to get to be able to play on an extra large map. And I probably wouldn't be so frustrated if all these infestations didn't come up. But, it is what it is. I'm really trying to stay chill and not get grumpy. Anyway, Fallout Shelter. That's a game where, oh my gosh, I am literally bipolar in that game. My OCD kicks in. The game doesn't run smooth. And when things go wrong, I tend to blow a gasket. So, if nothing else, I guess it's entertainment value to watch somebody, go nuts on. But anyway. No, I haven't broken anything. I haven't thrown things at the computer, or I didn't shoot my dog or something like that. But anyway, it's I have good days and I have bad days. Let's just say that. Hey, Doug, here's what we did over here. I know you chimed in. You said that our Placer Mine people deserve to have some good housing. And after looking long and hard, the best housing that I probably came up was a stone house. I mean, hey, let's give our miners the luxury that they deserve. I guess that's kind of paraphrasing what you said. So you know what? We got a crap ton of stones here. Let's give our miners some stone homes. This is introducing a new house to our map. And that's going to actually be a nice area for the miners to live so they don't have to walk too far. Now over here, what do we got going on here? Another herbalist, probably going to pull out of this node. So yes, we'll use you. What do we got here? A Mead Brewer. Yeah, I mean, hey, let's keep our miners happy. Let's get some mead action going for them. And the reason for the Mead Brewer, and you're actually going to see, da-da-da-da, look at this, and look at this, and look at this, is because once the herbs start coming in, I want to start using up our honey again. Because once again, if you go to the top 10%, let's go by quantity. Honey is going to be someplace at the top. 27K plus. All right, moving along. I figure this would be kind of cool to give these guys over here a well, to keep them happy. And I don't know if I want the well to go right there, though. Maybe that would be a better location. So let's revisit the whole well idea. Where is it? I can't see my well. There it is. Yeah, I don't know if the well's going to actually work there. In the meantime, let's... there's our... Man, it's almost like a biological clock that's built in, and you just know when it's going to go off. Anyway, over here, we filled in this area with these seafood scavengers. So technically speaking, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and what's up here? 7. So we got 7 things that need people. 2 houses here are only going to fill 4 of those. So down here, I went ahead and I added 2 more forest homes. So that's going to give us 8 to fill 7 jobs. And then back here, I actually doubled up because I just want to make sure that we get enough people. Oh, there's also these 3 that we need to contend with. Before we go away, let's take a look. Are we still moving? Yes, we are. No, we're not. No, let's get going. Let's go down here and find out what's going on. Okay, 10, 2 and 2, 25, 25, 18, 18, 25, 45. Da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. So far, so good. 10, 1, 39. This also tells me if things are getting built or not. A forester. Hey, cool. Now we got another forester. A couple more logs coming in. A gatherer. Okay. I wonder if another node has just been built. What do you think, guys? And if that's and an herbalist, that's cool. If another node has been built, then there's the hunter. We need to find it because we want to double up the all of those. So that's going to be our next quest, is to find the node that's in question. And I got an idea where it's at. I can't tell you which one it is. Stonecutters. Okay, 2 of our mines went dry. I already know where they're at. So we'll go there too. So visit the mines and then look for the node. Oh, and we're at the bottom already? Cool. Hey, what do we got here? Oh, another woodcutter. You know what? We really don't need the other woodcutter, because right now we're rocking 35K in firewood. Okay, we're still doing 10 speed, so that's good. That means infestations, must have been dealt with. Let's go to large map, and first thing I want to do is come into this area here, and our mines right here. And what did we do to, I think what we did, was it destroy them and then flatten the land, or do we flatten the land and I don't know. Let's see if we could flatten land. Am I right up against that? Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to let us do that. Nope. Let's destroy him. So, boom, boom. Okay. In the meantime, let's go ahead and pull those stone cutters, put them into the label force. And they'll get to that at their leisure. Next thing we want to do is look for that node, and something tells me it's probably in this area up here. And if it's not in this area, oh man, I'm all over the place now. Let's look here first. And all we got to do is click on one of these to find out that there is 2 there. There's 1. Look at that. So we're going to up you to 2. And we're going to come down to the forester and up you to 2. come down to the gatherer, up U to 2, and come down to the woodcutter, which is actually going to be going up to the woodcutter, and up U to 2. And there's that. There's that. There's that. And that. And that's how we do it. Now, why do we still have an excess of 2 here? Are the stones going dry? No, they're not. What are you? Stop. You're a gatherer. Interesting. Oh, explain yourself. 55. Okay, I don't know how that happened. Okay. And that's only for gatherers? You see, now how can we have... Oh, duck hunters. That's probably how that worked out. Okay. Did that clears everybody. That's telling me everybody's happy. All right. Man, I think we got a lot covered here. We had this gap right here. And I decided the best thing I can do here is put a couple more houses in for the people that are working in this area. And you know what? Even with these 2 houses, that is not enough to cover everybody who's working here. So we're going to have to come up with some more housing in this area. I just don't know where yet. Also, this is looking like a good candidate for another school over here in this area. Now, with that said, I think, no, okay, we dropped a school here. And look at that. We only got room for 2 more. Oh, and remember we're talking about the capacity of the colleges. Let's just come over to our established campus. 18 students has only moved the meter that far. So maybe this is 20 right here, which is telling me that this thing probably, 20, 40, 60, 80. I'm guessing the college is probably 125, maybe 150 students. So that's why I'm kind of favoring the college over the regular schools right now. Who's this? Stone cut. Okay, our mines are starting to go dry. But it doesn't look like it's one of these. And there she is. Right there. Okay, pop you out of there. Join the labor force. And let's take... Are we still moving? Come on, guys, move. Get stuff done. Let's do the removey thing. Right there. All right. I think that's going to do it for now. Oh, we got one more area over here. What's going on here? More butchers. But these are butchers for the animals we have here. Like right here, I've got sheep, 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 and sheep. And then that's working for the first 2 pens. The second 2 pens right here, which are our llamas. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 llama butchers. And then over here, we've got bison. So what I wanted to do is start getting some bison butchers put in here. So this is going to be a bison butcher. This one here is going to be, if it ever opens, pig. And of course, right next to the bison are the pigs. So we're going to do pig here. This is going to be pig. And then this is going to be pig. And so this is kind of like a butcher's row right here. And then we got some more stuff going on down here. But we'll take a look at that. I don't know if we can actually, if they actually butcher the Frisians or not. There's something we haven't seen in a long time. Oh my God, we got an infestation. And you know what? I think we've got all of our hospitals actually manned. But let's go down to physicians. 8 out of 8. Yeah. So who's ever sick just needs to find their way to the physician, to the hospital. Well, guys, I think that's going to be our episode for today. If you liked this episode, I'm squirreling on you. Another agave masher. Just because we need to get some of that agave in production. Let's do that. So here we go. We've got a crap ton of stuff that we're producing right now. This is a good ratio to have right here because I do want people in the labor force, getting material to where it needs to go. I want to have enough builders to actually make an impact. Okay, 2 people are sick now. I don't even know what disease they have. Let's see if we can actually bring it up to where that is. There it is. What is it? An outbreak of... My old man eyes can't see that. Mumps! We've got mumps. Okay. All right, guys. If you like this adventure, please give me a like. If you didn't like it, give me a sympathy like anyway. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. And then tell 10 people about this site. I'm almost feeling like it's time to get a season 2 Banished going. Let me know your thoughts. Should we just stick with what we got and finish it? Or should we kind of get some duality going and maybe get another season, maybe a smaller map going at the same time? More lobster coming in over here. All right, guys, that's it. I'm Grumpy Gnome. I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take care, people. Bye-bye.